Education is a surefire way that you can actually see significant change within one generation.
It's a program that has really worked for our city. When we opened up the school, we opened it up because African American boys were matriculating to college at about 23%. Very few of them going to four-year colleges. It was a bad situation. It required a very direct and pointed kind of solution, and that's what we provided.
There's color in our school. Color brings need that might sometimes not be addressed if you look at it from a sterile perspective. And we found that that was a struggle. Just misunderstandings and needs not being met because you didn't understand the needs, because you didn't understand the population. So because of that, we put together what we named the Culture, Equity, and Accountability Committee, and it's comprised of parents, teachers, former students, and community support.
If you go into a school and you have minority students, but you don't have anybody who looks like them, making decisions in the school, teaching the classes, that type of thing, it's not good for the student. None of the boys at Boys Latin ever said to me, "Boy, it's really cool to have a black CEO of our school." Nobody ever said that to me. They ever ran when they see me. But when they graduate, they come back and they say, "Look, the fact that you were here meant a lot to me, and I know what that means."
You know, City High has been and continues to be, as well as many other public charter schools, a way of giving middle class and lower income families the choice for, you know, the best option for them. That we really are offering something that is innovative and distinct, you know, from what our home district is offering, and that it becomes a part of the mix that makes people want to stay in Pittsburgh.
We often talk about people in disenfranchised communities getting out of their situation. Well, in essence, one of the things that charter schools can do is not only help to educate students, but also by coming into communities and revitalizing buildings, and also having contracts with local residents and local business people. Instead of telling folks that we have to get out of this poor community, we can actually work with people to empower the community and get rid of the poverty while keeping the community and its residents. We have waiting lists in various grades, so we are able to accept the students that come in, but we'd love to take more. We have looked at doing an expansion into high school. We'll do whatever the community needs us to do. We wish there was a very clear path and a fair path, an equitable path to increasing enrollment in every charter school. Unfortunately, that's not the case, specifically for minority-operated charter schools. Funding, it is an issue. What's most frustrating is the fact that we feel that we always have to justify why we shouldn't have our funding cut.
We're open to those conversations, but it has to be both and, not like, hey, you cut this, but you still don't fix, you know, the piece of the fact that we get less of what it costs to educate a student, you know, for every student, because districts subtract, you know, at certain expenses out before they make their payments to us. A number of families, you know, who live and could go to public schools that have options and resources to be able to choose a private school. What about the families who don't have that option? They shouldn't be relegated to an underperforming school. Everyone wants to be in a school where their child can be their best and achieve and be on a trajectory beyond high school that's going to allow them to reach their potential and be able to achieve the careers that they've set out.
If we really want to be honest, there are those who are not truly focused on students. You know, we still do live in a world where power, influence, political influence is currency, and there are some people who love to deal in that currency. But when you get down to looking at a simple fact, Everybody should have the basic choice of where their child goes to school. And that choice should be free. And charter schools enable that to happen.